There's this feeling that AI will create a new bubble, or it's actually the new bubble that it's about to burst, no? Like because all of this that we have been talking about, like there has been a lot of claims that maybe a lot of people are not so sure that have actually been accomplished or actually became true, or like when you think a little bit more about that, like what we are doing right now, it doesn't seem like this revolutionary or that as revolutionary technology as everybody seems to say that AGI is coming and it's going to take our jobs or replace humanity. But it seems like it's not really like that. Would you say like is this like the next dot-com bubble waiting to crash, or what do you think in that regard?
I can answer that as I have fresh memory of the dot-com bubble. That was a disaster, yeah. But here I mean, there are a lot of similar scenarios, similar patterns that are repeating with AI and LLMs. I know it's wonderful we have like these tools and uh, these new inventions. It's something that I'm always gonna advocate for, right? But in this case, it's getting you can see it everywhere, right? Yeah,
Mm,
whatever you do, whatever application, service, whatever, it's always with something that's AI. It was a little bit like a couple of years ago, it was everything is smart, like smart TVs, smart
yeah.
refrigerators, and everything. Now it's everything with AI because it's what attracts investors. I would think this is not financial advice, but it's starting to feel similar because everyone wants this thing everywhere, like everyone should have had a website before, right? It was like that kind of thing. So if you invest on websites, you will get rich super easily. But today it's similar to LLMs. Everyone who invests this money is like they're promising huge returns because you will
Mm,
cut costs, right? And will get a lot of return of investment. But as you can see, that since OpenAI it started with ChatGPT, everything exploded, and they had these big promises that it will revolutionize how we work, right? But
mm,
it's been like how many years? 2, 3 years, I think.
yeah.
You can correct me on
Almost
that
three,
later, but
almost 3 years, I think. Yeah.
it's been getting really smart quotes, right? But these promise that all companies, if they incorporate this AI stuff, will get richer. It's kind of I haven't seen that yet in
Mm,
other, for example. Uh, how can I put it? It's more like uh, you will invest money on this, right? But it's not as certain that you will get this return of investment immediately. And also, these services are expensive, so you need to have the
yeah.
cash and accept a little bit of loss maybe to see some return in the future. It's not like something that's going to happen like if you invest today, in a month you will get a lot of return. So yeah, that's similar. That's what I think. And like generally, it feels like a bubble, and we're starting to see these kind of things like maybe what OpenAI asked for their hardware, for example, on how to run it. You can see players like DeepSeek, right? The Chinese company
Mm,
that
yeah.
bring their model that run much more efficient in the same or even low cost hardware. So they're starting to see like as always the market it will balance itself, but
Mm,
you can see these little cracks that's why I would say that it's super similar to the dot-com bubble. Yeah. I don't
yeah.
know, Ezequiel. What do you think?
Yeah, I well, there is one thing. The bubble maybe exists in the term of investment, but the
Mm,
technology is real. And
mm,
how it works is real. The benefits of having a boost in your performance, the benefits of letting you, I don't know, with one prompt go to a service like V0 or Lovable and create a starting point for an app, not a complete one, not the very one, but a starting point. That's completely real. You know, you can have a better start. And what I see is that there is like the classic technology adoption curve where now everyone is like, oh, the AI is the better way to invest our money. Everything will have AI, and we need to find the holy grail of this. But in the future, maybe some people will say, hey, maybe we were wrong. Maybe the AI is used for these specific use cases, and then the hype curve will be down, and then it will find the niche where it works, and then it will stabilize. So, yeah, maybe the investment bubble is real, maybe the big players are betting in it, but the technology is real, and that's what matters. We can now provide impact for customers. We can bring new features fast as ever because we have a new tool that helps a lot. I guess that's what matters, the reality behind the bubble. And yeah, maybe everyone wants to integrate AI everywhere. Maybe that's a bad decision because sometimes you don't need a no determinism way to analyze your data. You can use always like algorithms, like make reports as we are doing for age. But sometimes it works because it can help you to find patterns in your data that you cannot do in a determinist way. And that's what is exciting because you have these real use cases that allow new ways to do things. And yeah, that's what I think about the whole. Maybe it's real in investment world, but for create and for deliver apps, it's real and it matters, and it matters how to learn how to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like it's interesting what you're saying, no? Like even though there's an economic bubble, the technology is there, and maybe it's more like, and it's the economical expectations need to be balanced out, no? Like they need to be like realigned to what actually, what is the actual value it can provide, because I think like Edu was saying, like it was something that grew disproportionately, mainly because how it was sold to us, like all of this open AI craze and all of those promises. But now that the implementers are seeing the real risks or what it actually costs, it's not like those economical expectations are like becoming more realistic, no? Like I think like it was an estimate that was used as a marketing point, like selling point, and it doesn't really match the reality of the technology, but the technology is there, and eventually when this all of this like kind of gets a little less crazier and people start seeing the technology for what it is, um, just as the other dot-com bubble, like the real use cases or the real implementations are starting will start to really appear, and yeah, like they will be like the survivors of this market, because like yeah, like I think that the problem with the bubble is that a lot of the promises are going to disappear, or a lot of players no? Like that right now are very strong are not going to be there anymore. But yeah, like it's interesting because it's also like something we're seeing in real time, and like we were saying at the beginning, it changes from one moment to another. Um, but like yeah, like I think it has actually it has decreased, like this kind of revolutionary improvements, like the last time that OpenAI released a model, it wasn't as well received as like the last time. And I suppose because we're hitting a limit, or we're getting to, I don't know, like maybe at other maybe you can tell me what do you think, like we're getting to the limit of what actually AI can provide, like realistically, and we're not getting maybe beyond that, or what do you think, like is this like as much as good as it gets, or maybe the next implementation has to be something in coordination with a human or something like that. I don't know. What do you see in that regard of the technology and the way the state it is right now?
I can provide some insights on that. I think it's as always you need this new, for example, GPT was kind of a paper from Google at the very beginning,
Yeah.
and then it came like OpenAI implementing it, and then it's been like in the scientific world, I think we need like these breakthroughs in order to keep improving LLMs. They're focusing on things like how to improve like managing huge contexts, like context windows for LLMs to understand better bigger amount of information, right? So currently, I will say that it will be like an uninformed assertion to say that we're hitting the limit right now. It's more like we can still improve them. I mean, we're in that part of the software development process that you have something and now you want to make it as performant as possible to use less resources.
Yeah.
And if by doing that, I think it will start to being more easier to, for example, if I want to run an LLM on my machine, the bigger models, it should start to become more affordable, more easier. So maybe we're seeing like that part currently, and also you, as always happens, you can't predict if what you're in currently is a bubble or not. You always realize afterwards that you were in a bubble.
Yeah.
So we're in the cusp, in the middle, just right in the middle, to understand if we are in a bubble or not, and if we're going to keep improving models or not, or they're now from now on. I mean, there's this thing you mentioned before. It was related to AGI, right? That's like the big promise. The next goal.
Yeah.
They have like working models that can process a lot of data,
Yeah.
but still the next goal is like I want to train or have a single model that can do a good amount of stuff, different stuff. And I think we still need, there's still time there. I don't see it like it's coming. Maybe I can be wrong. I'm visiting this from a year from now and surprised we have AGI, but I don't think so because it needs like this kind of breakthroughs in the
Yeah.
scientific world first and papers, and then somebody that has the money to actually prove that and make a model that works financially. There's a lot of things that it's like, as always say, there's a coming soon TM in this regard. It's like check later, but yeah, I think we're hitting not a limit, but we're starting to see how to improve the existing technologies we have. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think, Ezequiel?
Yeah, I guess we are like in the beginning of this era of the AI where it gets boring. I mean, when technology gets boring is where it's more reliable to use
Yeah.
because we came from we don't have AI, we don't have nothing, and everything is magical. You know, everything is exciting, everything is like, hey, we can generate stuff from nothing, and then the people use it and use it and use it, and it's like, hey, this generate code, this generate text, this generate image, me, you know. But this is maybe we cannot get a better AI, but it gets more efficient in electricity usage, in memory needed to have it, and we can use it in our machines. And maybe it's not better to generate, but doesn't cost what it costs now. That is a lot of money. So I guess that will be the following steps: having a cheaper AI, having a more efficient one that use a better algorithms to don't overuse infrastructure. I mean, because it's good enough now for almost every use case is enough. So maybe it's just time to have it with a better performance. And then when we have a better performance, as we saw in cell phone, as we saw in, I don't know, 3D printing, we can have then new improvements because you can reuse more infrastructure, but with fewer costs, so we can use it more. And yeah, then the will of how it works. Yeah, but maybe we'll be get better at use less resources instead of, hey,
Mm.
no, it can generate more because you don't need to generate more, you know?